I think that that's a big misconception in the game now that everybody's just talking. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody's talking, then nobody is doing it. Yeah, I got some, good, valuable information that, that you guys are not necessarily gonna tap into. These are like, shit that I find on goddamn like page 30 of YouTube, so can't wait to share some of that information with you guys, because it's like, for me, I'm a simple person, and I've been through like all the cycles. I've been through the complexity. I've been through, just trying to figure out what works. And to be honest, what works is like all the paradoxes, and a paradox is what people believe, it should be like this, but it's actually the opposite. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't wait to just, break those paradoxes down to you guys of just like what I find works in my life, and just the simple truths, So that's me. Cool.
Love that, man. That's real. That's real. Yeah. If you want to start out just kind of talking about like where you came from, how you came up, what kind of business you're doing right now, the kind of stuff that got you where you're going, and, just whatever knowledge and gems you would have for these guys that you think that they would want to know. Just
cool. Yeah, I love telling you guys my story, because I do come from humble beginnings. So I'm from a country called Senegal. And so Senegal is a country in West Africa. It's like the first country off the coast. It's like the first country off the coast. It's like 8 hours from New York, right? So my dad immigrated like to America 10 years before my family immigrated. And my dad was a dishwasher. Like, he used to wash dishes, do all kinds of random jobs, and saved up enough money to be able to, one, just put in the visa process for our family to be even able to have the chance of, getting, to have the chance to even be able to, move to America with him. So I have three siblings. I'm the youngest in my family. All my siblings are 10 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like one of those, like, they didn't expect to have me, but I'm super, I didn't expect to have me, but I like that, because that all my siblings are older than me, like literally like 10 years older than me, because it kind of helped me develop my mindset to be an older person. Because right now I'm 25. I just turned 25 last month.
I love that.
So, but all my siblings are like 35, 36, 37, so I grew up with older people around me. So it forced me to act older, so basically, we immigrated to America in 2002. And it was, and we moved straight to the hood. Like, I grew up in East Atlanta, Zone 6, right? So it's like, if you guys listen to any sort of rap songs, it's like the neighborhood that everybody talks about, If you guys ever listen to Gucci, 21 Savage, all these folks, so like that was the neighborhood I grew up in. And so growing up in that neighborhood was different, because I didn't speak English my first couple of days of school. My first couple years in school, I didn't speak English that well. I was in ESOL, and then like when I first moved to America, I ballooned up, like eating Checkers and McDonald's and all this like food. Like, when you like from a different country and, you used to like eating the food there, whatever, when you come to America, like my whole family got like big. We all got kind of fat, like in our first years of moving here. And, and I just remember like, my childhood memories of the school is just being bullied a lot. You know what I'm saying? For like, I was like a triple double bully. Like, you could bully me for not speaking English. You could bully me for being fat. You could bully me, for not being smart, not being able to read, all that, what I'm saying? So I got my fair share, of bullying, especially like when you grow up in like public schools in DeKalb County, it's nothing but bullying going on. It's like a sport on some shit, so, so that's just like my memories of like school. And then like, that was like one of my first initial drivers, to like make something out of myself and want to be successful and want to do something, just because I just like, I'm gonna show all you guys, what I'm saying? I can curse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna show all you motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show all you motherfuckers that I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make something happen. You know what I'm saying? You guys can talk about me now, yada, 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 but I'm gonna make some shit happen. And that was my initial driver all through, like, cause I got bullied through elementary school, through middle school, cause I was big, you guys. Like, I used to be 300 pounds. It was in like 2016 that I lost 100 pounds in a year.
Me too, brother. 140 pounds.
That's what's up, bro. You get what I'm saying? So
same here. It used to be 300, now 190.
that's what's up.
Damn, good job,
That's
Dustin.
what's up. You get what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And that's what's up, you know, because that shit not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Losing weight is not easy. That shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy hard. That was like one of the most challenging years of my life, but one of my greatest accomplishments. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about why that was one of my greatest accomplishments and how it jump started everything else. So then from there, you guys, you know, going through high school, I got my first job when I was 15. When I was 14 at Kroger. Kroger is like a grocery store, and I was pushing carts. And you know, like I was so young when I got the job because I used to walk because the Kroger was right behind my house. So I used to walk to the Kroger every day, talk to the manager. Yo, I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get a job. Trying to get a job. Trying to get a job. You know, so one day he was just like, "Cool, bro. You know, I done seen you like 30 times up here. You know, I'll let you get the job." I had to get like a special permission from my school and my parents to get the job. Got the job, super excited. You know, thought it was everything. It was like I was living my dream, got a job, right? Got the first job like a week after. I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell am I doing like right now? Like, because this does not feel good. I'm not making enough money. I'm not, you know, like I grow is like, you know, humans are like a begging bowl. Our desires continue to grow as soon as you get more. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So I started hustling. I started, you know, I grew up in a place where, you know, everybody was selling drugs. Everybody was doing all this kind of stuff. I grew up just starting hustling differently. So like my hustle was Craigslist, buying and flipping phones off of Craigslist. Like I used to have this Facebook group that I'm a part of and still part of, where like people would just list things for sale. Like back then it's like, it wasn't Facebook Marketplace. It was just like buy and sell Decatur, because that was a city I lived in, buy and sell DeKalb, you know. And then I would go there, buy things from there, take my Kroger paychecks, buy products from that Facebook group, then I'll flip it on Craigslist. And then I used to do all of this while working at Kroger. So like meanwhile, I'll have somebody pull up on me, sell me the phone because I met him on this Facebook group, list it on Craigslist before I even get the phone, take those same pictures, put it on Craigslist, and have somebody call me and buy the phone off of me, all while I was at work. So I'll be outside pushing the carts. People will call me like, oh yeah, I'm like, meet me at the Kroger parking lot. Then boom, they pull up on me, sell me the phone. Then the person pulls up an hour later, flip the phone. And then I started to realize I just made more money than all these guys, all these motherfuckers at the cash register and everything like that. Cause at the time I used to complain like, damn, bro, upgrade me to cashier. You know, I'm tired of being outside. It's hot as fuck. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, so then like, I was like, okay, cool. This is a whole hustle. And then from there, started to do the same. Then started to do the same, just wanted more like out of myself. And that's like the first thing. You just got to want more for yourself. To get more, you just got to want more. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people are getting the same results because they have not developed the desire to want more. And you guys are probably on this call already. You probably want more. You know what I'm saying? So that's preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? But that's like what I see with 90% of the people in the matrix. At our company, we call them in the matrix. You know, people working regular 9-to-5s, not wanting to lead the 9-to-5s or whatever. They in the matrix. And the only reason why they're in the matrix is because they have no desires for more. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was at that job at Kroger, I'm looking, how can I get promoted? How can I do this? Right. And at the same time, you know, one day I was pushing carts and then they were opening up a Little Caesars right next to the Kroger. And I walked into there with my uniform and I'm like, you guys hiring? Boom, messed around, got 2 jobs in the same shopping center now. I'm 16. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, I grew up in a family where my mom worked 2 jobs. My dad worked 3 jobs. You get what I'm saying? So like for me, I was like, oh, it's normal. I have to work 2 jobs or I'm not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? At 16. Right. And my parents didn't want me to work 2 jobs because I was also playing sports. I was doing like every sport possible. You know what I'm saying? And not to get off topic, but that's also like something that you don't want to do. I was like wrestling, playing football, playing soccer, trying to test out all the sports. And the problem in retrospect, as I grew up and I realized like why I was never good at any given sport and I used to ride the bench and shit like that is because I didn't focus on one thing. You know what I'm saying? I was in too many different places, trying to do too many different things, trying to develop too many skill sets all at one time. You get what I'm saying? And for that, I didn't couldn't have developed any real skills. I couldn't develop any real skill set and be really, really good at one thing. You get what I'm saying? So at any given point, if you guys are doing this and you're learning to be closers, just do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to do a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? Because as you start to do a whole bunch of things, I started to realize like I can't really be successful at it. This is like something I learned in retrospect as I, sit and reflect on my life, yada, yada. But regardless, I'm working at Kroger, doing these jobs. I quit soccer, picked up the second job. Didn't even tell my parents I picked up the second job. I was just working the second job, and then everybody at the shopping center, used to know me as the guy that worked at both locations. Like he was like, people be like, used to make fun of me. Oh, you got your Little Caesars uniform on under your Kroger uniform? I'd be like, I do actually, because when I clock out of here, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? Used to work like 16-hour shifts like it was nothing. And then what I used to do is I used to flip sneakers too. So like I used to take my Kroger checks and my Little Caesars checks, boom, get off work Friday night, because Jordans used to release on Saturday mornings. Go stand in line, pay some homeless people to stand in line with me, cop some shoes, flip some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Really making good money to the point where I bought my own car. I was featured on a segment on CNN of reselling sneakers and stuff like that. So cool, was flipping sneakers, bought my own car, was one of the first people in my high school to have a car. You know what I'm saying? Now people want to be my friend and shit because I got a car, I had a truck. I had a really big truck that was lit. Like after school, like you had a car, like you lit, you know what I'm saying? So I had a car, doing my thing. And then that was pretty much my high school, and that was pretty much my upbringing. There's a lot of work, a lot of grind, and just wanting, and a lot of wanting more. So then from there, I started college, because that's what you're supposed to do. I grew up in an African household where the expectation was absolutely college. Like you didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad like sacrificed a lot. My dad was like my dad was a college professor back in our country and back in Senegal, but he sacrificed all of that to move us to America to become a janitor. You know what I'm saying? So like for him, in his mind, like he made a huge sacrifice. Like he gave up a pretty like powerful position or whatever to become a janitor. You know what I'm saying? Worked 2 jobs, cleaning schools and stuff like that. So for us, it was just college. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest things that happened to me, my first semester in college, I got really unfocused. I was smoking weed, doing whatever I wanted to do, working 2 jobs as well. I was working 2 valet jobs, and I was working 2 valet jobs at these fancy hotels in Atlanta, which really helped me start to increase my desire, because I started driving all these cars, and there would be people that were working the valet jobs for 5 years. I used to go to work pissed off every day because I would go to work knowing that these cars are not mine. And then I'm driving other people's cars and I'm doing other people's success. And meanwhile, and then I started to realize that I'm different from most people. And that's what you guys got to understand too, that you are different from 99% of the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here, if you got internet connection, you're already part of the 1%. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the world, that people's desires are not that great, because, right now, I live in a condo building right across the street from the hotel I used to valet at, and I used to stand there 8 hours a day, people watch and observe, and I used to visualize that I'm gonna get a condo. I'm gonna get a condo here. I'm gonna be living on this exact same street. I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have this car. Get in the car. I was like, do I want to buy this car? Do I really want to buy this car? I don't know. Yada yada. Every day just going visualizing that I'm test driving these cars for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Law of attraction.
It's literally the truth.
Yep.
This is the car I'm gonna want. This is the car I'm gonna get. And then now, literally back then when I was valeting, my dream car was an RS5, and then that's what I drive now. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, this stuff works, you guys. It's literally the truth, and the truth is simple. Just desire it. And that's the biggest takeaway that anybody should really get away from this, is just desire something great, because if you desire it, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people is like, oh no, give me the action steps, give me the bullshit, give me the 1, 2, 3s, the step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you're not going to do nothing with, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason for that is because as humans, we love complexity, right? We yearn for complexity, we desire complexity, because we grew up in schools learning math with letters, learning how to add A plus A. So now none of us can do or believe in simplicity, you know. And one of the first things that I learned from my mentor was the power of simplicity. You know what I'm saying? That the law of success is simple, but there's a whole economy out there teaching people success. So it's in people's favor to overcomplicate it, to make everybody feel like they don't have the secret, to make everybody feel like they don't have enough information, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's the economy. But the simple truth is that you already have enough if you have a desire. One of my favorite books, Psycho-Cybernetics, states that us as humans, we move as a torpedo, right? If we set a destination, our creator has already equipped us with a navigation system, a GPS system to allow us to hit our target by just acquiring the desire. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
For me, I can't really even explain how a lot of this shit happened. I got lit really fast. The right people came into my life. The right connections came into my life. The right skills came in at the right time. And it all happened fast. And really, the only thing that, you know, now I sit back and think about it, is that I just desired it. You know what I'm saying? Because I desired it, the things popped up. That's it. You don't need more than that. The biggest thing that you can work on is your desire. And then everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I can sit here and desire all I want. The thing about it is, when your desire is real, you're gonna take action. You're not gonna have to read a fucking productivity book. You get what I'm saying? It's because your desire is there. You're gonna work as a magnet. It's like something is gonna be pulling you to your goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's how humans naturally are. Like everything that we do is like, if I wanted to pick up my glasses from my computer, I just accomplished a goal. And nor did I have to think that I got to move my arm this many degrees to the left, this far down, this fast to pick up the glasses. I just set a desired goal, pick up glasses. Glasses got picked up. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, instinctual, right? So for you guys, you set a goal. The biggest thing is that you just got to step out your own way. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It would be like, it would be hard picking up these glasses if I sat here like, oh, I got to do this. I'm not going to pick up the glasses because I'm thinking too much. I'm in my own way. I was already designed by a greater source than me to be able to pick up the glasses. You know what I'm saying? Catching footballs and throwing baseballs and everything like that. That's a lot of calculation that has to happen to accomplish the goal of picking up the glasses. And the people that do it don't need to sit there and calculate none of this stuff. They just make it happen. They just catch the ball. And it's the same thing with your goals. If you set your desire, and most important, this is the part that everybody's going to struggle with, is stepping out your own way. People step in their own way and block themselves from hitting their goals, right? Because one, you got beliefs that I don't have enough information. One, you got beliefs that I need this, this, and that. You just got to do it. And like my mentor said, you got to feel good now. You gotta, in another book, it says you gotta rest fulfilled. Set the desire and step out your own way and know that it's coming for you, because that's true belief. And all these success books that you read, it talks about it. You gotta believe. Les Brown, you gotta believe. You get what I'm saying? And belief is having no shadow of a doubt that what's going to happen is going to happen for you. You get what I'm saying? When you start to get impatient, you're basically doubting that it's going to happen. When you start to get nervous, you are also putting emotions of doubt into your life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I developed a thought pattern, I want to build a skyscraper. I'm building a skyscraper. So everything is coming to build this skyscraper. That's it. You get what I'm saying, you guys? Mm-hmm. That's literally my number one key and secret to all of this stuff, is that I just desire greater. And when I desire, I believe, to the point where it's not even questionable, to the point where there's no doubt. You get what I'm saying? And then from there, things just happen. I'm telling you, things just start happening. Right people, right everything. So let me go back to my story. I jump into this. I'm hustling. I did a lot. I went to China like 4 times when I was between the ages of 18 and 20. looking for products to sell because I didn't know that AliExpress existed. Everything like this, taking all my money, reinvesting. I was one of the early people to start e-com stores with hoverboards till they start blowing up, then lost a lot of money. You know, at 20, I started a container business, sending tires to Africa, just doing all these things, you know. But I'm sorry, I got off track because I remember I was telling you guys how I started school. I was supposed to be doing good in school and everything like that. And then I dropped out of school my first semester, right? You know, like I said, my dad's an educator, you know, so like it was expected for me to go to school. And I want this, the big lesson in this is that you got to do what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what makes your parents happy. Don't do what makes nobody else happy and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, you just got to believe in yourself. You know, a lot of you guys, some of you guys probably working a 9 to 5, knowing that you should leave your 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Because your 9 to 5 is a security blanket or whatever. If you're still relying on the security blanket, the signals that you're sending out unconsciously is that I don't believe that I could do it. That's why I still got my 9 to 5. You get what I'm saying? You jump, then you fly. You know, most people think that they become successful, then they leave their 9 to 5. You got to get enough to the point where you're still uncomfortable, leave that shit, and what you're going to be doing is going to be successful because it's your only option. And then most importantly, that you believe in yourself. You get what I'm saying? You got to truly, truly believe in yourself. Do not send any sort of mixed signals to the world that you don't believe in yourself, you know, by trying to do 3 businesses at once. That's the biggest, this guy's confused, you know, trying to be a closer, starting an e-com store and an agency and this at the same time. It's basically saying you don't believe in any of them. That's why you're trying to do 4. You get what I'm saying? And then that's why your results suffer. You guys, there's underlying principles that affects the results that you get in life. There's things that happen off the radar screen, off the things that you can just see with your 2 eyes that affects the results that happen with your life, right? And if you want things off of your radar screen to come into place, you know, the right connections to bump into you at the right time, the right clients to meet you, everything like that, you got to put out the right emotions now. You get what I'm saying? You can't necessarily be, trying to want this, but wanting a whole bunch of other things. The universe is not going to know what to send you, and you're going to be stagnant, right? You got to focus your emotions to manifest and attract anything that you want in your life. You got to focus what it is that you're trying to attract, and you can only attract one thing at a time. You can have anything, but you can't have everything. You get what I'm saying? You got to just choose one freaking thing. Is it a $10,000 month? Like some people be trying to attract $10,000 month, Lambo, dream girl, dream vacation, all at the same damn time. And you end up not getting any, right? Because now the anxiety that you get from wanting all of these things all at once makes you make dumbass decisions, like starting 5 businesses at once, like I used to do. That's the biggest myth in the world. Multiple streams of income. You know, multiple streams of income basically means that one of the streams is not paying you enough. And the reason why none of the streams are paying you enough is because you're not focused. So this is my biggest learning lesson, because around the time I had dropped out of school without telling my parents. So I was like, I got to make something happen right now before I tell them. So I was like starting like 10 different businesses. I was doing e-com, this, and that. I'm going crazy. Every day I would wake up, go sit in the Georgia State University library from sun up to sundown, work on some businesses. But nothing wasn't happening for me because I was trying to do too much. I was anxious. I was impatient. All negative emotions that blocks what you want in your life. Impatience, most importantly. People think that being impatient is good. Being impatient is a paradox. Because if you're impatient, you're basically telling the world that you don't believe that you're going to get what you want. That's why you're impatient. That's why you're having anxiety. Impatient is a very negative energy. If you have it, it blocks things from you, right? People think that I'm impatient because I want it. No, you're impatient because you don't really believe. When someone believes in something, they have patience. One of my favorite quotes from Big Sean A person that can master patience can master anything. Because everything that is gonna be required for you to do in life, you're gonna have to have some patience behind it. You're not gonna be a great closer on your first couple calls. You gotta have patience to see those calls through to the point where you can actually be a closer. You get what I'm saying? So regardless, that's when I started to realize that I gotta take a step back, and I dropped all those businesses that I was doing, the e-com stores, everything. I dropped it. But in the process of doing all those businesses, I had developed a skill set of making funnels. Because I remember I had got one paycheck. It was like $1,000. I took that whole paycheck and I bought a Russell Brunson course. This was in 2014. I bought a Russell Brunson course, like the original funnel hacker course, right? And literally I had watched like one module of that course, and all it did was just give me belief that I could do it, that I could do this. And I started to develop this skill set of building funnels, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys the next big, lesson of my success is partnerships. Is that you don't have to be everything. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to a Grant Cardone Lewis House interview the other day, right? And Grant Cardone was like, the last thing the world needs is more businesses. He said, if there was aliens in the sky, the aliens will be looking at the world like, why they got so many businesses? You know what I'm saying? Because you guys got to understand, the ego is dangerous. Ryan Holiday had a book, Ego stands for everyone's greatest obstacle, edging God out, whatever. So with ego, many people think that they gotta be the big boss. They feel like they gotta be the biggest in the room. They gotta have the biggest business, et cetera, not knowing that the richest people in the world are the ones that you'll never hear about, that are behind the scenes and supporting other people in their success. The law of success states that the more value that you provide to other people, the more money that you'll make. The biggest value that you can provide to people is helping them become successful. You get what I'm saying? So for you, you don't have to be this big influencer, this big star or whatever to make money. It's the people behind the scenes that's making the money. If you watch a movie, it's the people behind the camera, the producers, that's making the money. You get what I'm saying? It's who do you listen to? Who do you look up to? And we all make a conscious choice of who do we want to look up to. You could look up to the players or you could look up to the owner, right? I started to change all my perspectives and paradigms. Like, okay, I'm looking up to this person that's behind the scenes that's making it happen. Like, for example, ClickFunnels. Russell Brunson works hella hard, but I know Todd makes equally as much money. Nobody knows Todd. Todd is chilling. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, I want to be Todd. You get what I'm saying? Because he's making money passively off Russell Brunson's efforts, right? So personally, who am I going to listen to? Who am I going to look up to? Who am I going to model myself after? I'm going to choose this guy because this guy's making easy bread, So that's when I started to make the decisions. Like, I don't have to be everything. I don't have to be the influencer. That's when I linked up with someone in the ClickFunnels group back in 2014, right? Connections, building relationships, right? And then that person introduced me to someone else in New York that was a pretty big trader. And I was like, bro, let's partner up on a course. I know how to build the funnels and do the marketing. You'd give me the information and I'll sell it, right? And then from there, that happened like end of 2017. We started doing it in 2018. And in 2019, we made $1 million in 11 months, all through the power of partnerships, right? So just to break the story back down to you guys, and the key learning lessons is the very first thing is that you just got to desire. When you have the desire, the right people hop into your inbox. The right connections start to develop for you. The world sends you the right people. You get what I'm saying? Number two, put your ego aside and choose who you're going to look up to. You know what I'm saying? I literally give this example every day. Yesterday, I'm talking to someone. I'm like, yo, you could choose to be the quarterback or you could choose to be Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, right? Whoever you look up to, that's where your body's going to lead you to. You know what I'm saying? From there, and then from there, you guys, that's pretty much it. Desire and choose who you're going to look up to. And then from there, just the typical work your ass off. But I would literally say you don't even need three things. You just need the desire of something and then choose who you want to look up to. You know, don't let your ego get in the way thinking that you got to be this big person and you got to be this big influencer. Literally, the last thing that we need is more coaches. I'm gonna be honest. You get what I'm saying? We don't need more. Go support other people. You know what I'm saying? You'll make just as much money and you'll be just as lit without people knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much like, you know, I know that people are not going to tell you that, hey, last thing we need is more coaches, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? The world does not need more coaches, right? Go support other people. Go help offline businesses. There's too much opportunity out there. There's more to business than just the internet, right? Right now, you guys, we just bought a billboard. I just bought a booth at Lenox Mall across the street from me. I got one of my cousins that just joined my business. He's buying posters at all the delis in New York in his block. You get what I'm saying? There's so much freaking opportunity out here. Just look up to different people, you guys. And so yeah, that's our business. So that's pretty much what I do now. And then from there, where I currently am right now is that you guys, I'm in the process of building a network marketing company. We started in January. We got about 1,500 people that currently work with us. And we got like maybe right now, I think about 100 people have already quit their jobs and do this full time, and they get commissions from us every Friday. So yeah, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. But if Alex or Brandon, you know, gives me the opportunity to talk more about it, I'll be happy to share with you guys what we do.
Yeah, man, dude, as long as I got to jump off at 1, but Brandon can stay on. We got as much time as you want. I know these guys would love to know more about like what your products are, your businesses that you're building, all that stuff. And then if you want to do like a little Q&A at the end so they can ask you some questions, that'd be great.
All right, cool. So cool. So do you guys here know what network marketing is?
Yeah.
Who here has a negative connotation when they think network marketing? Nobody? Okay.
Better known is MLM. They might know it better as MLM.
Who here has negative connotation when you come to MLM?
Yeah.
Nobody? You guys can unmute yourself too. I love to talk to you guys.
My whole family has a negative connotation of it being MLM, but me, I'm all open for it. I love it.
Exactly. That's what's up. I say this a lot for people. Got to believe that that's not even theirs. A lot of other people just get it. So you guys basically, one of the biggest problems that I'm trying to solve for new entrepreneurs is a product to sell. When you become a new entrepreneur, you know, it's hard to find a good product to sell. It's hard to find, you know, something to sell. It's hard to find, you know, something that you can build your business off of. You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing at our company is like, hey, let's because we want to provide value, because I believe in the law. The more value I provide, the more money that I make. And the biggest value that I can provide is paying people, putting commissions in their pocket, giving them a product to sell. So we developed a product called the Accelerator Bundle, just off the same model that I used to build my first business, where I found other experts, partner with them, pay them to record a course for me, and then I sell the course. So right now we created our Accelerator Bundle product. It has 25 different courses in it. It has 25 different accelerators from e-com, client, marketing, agency, Amazon, just the whole Turo, Airbnb, relationship, fitness, branding, influencer, just like the whole 9, whatever scope of courses that you can think of. It's 25 different courses, 125 different instructors. And each one of these instructors are, you know, pretty high level instructors. One of the biggest instructors that we got in there is this brand called Support Black Colleges. This brand does about $1 million a month in revenue, and that, you know, he's teaching how to do influencer marketing. There's a guy that teaches Turo on there. He has 50 cars.
That's a car rental, right?
Yeah. So he has about 50 cars in there. He has like 50 cars. He bought a parking lot at the Atlanta airport, and he's teaching people how to do Turo in there. You know, so basically I just brought together some of the best instructors, had them develop a product. And my goal was to have them develop the product so that I can give it to other people that need a product to sell. Right. And In any business, there's two really, really valuable skills that network marketing pushes: sales and recruiting. Recruiting is more valuable than sales. You get what I'm saying, you guys? Being able to build a team and build an organization under you is more valuable than sales, because a lot of times when people become sales, they start to just think about themselves, right? You can't build nothing great if you can't go beyond yourself, right? So in our business, and how the business model works is that when people join our company as a distributor, they start selling a product. Once they make 5 sales, they unlock the ability to recruit their own team. So as a distributor, you make $150 for a sale. The course is $997. People get all 25 courses for $997. So if you make a sale, you get 150. If you make a sale, that's $150. It's just closing, get Zoom calls, close the calls, and everything like that. And depending on who your leader is, your sales leader gives you leads, right? But the goal is, you come, you make sales, you make $150 a sale. You make $150 a sale. If you make 7 sales in a week, you get a commission multiplier. You make $300 a sale. But once you make 5 sales and you go to level 2, you can start recruiting and you can start building your own organization of people under you. And anytime that those people make a sale, you make $250 off their sales. You get what I'm saying? So then from there, and all of the coaching and training is provided on how to sell and how to recruit by me and our team and our internal team, teaching you how to be really successful at it. And there, anybody that makes a sale under you make $250 a sale, because in life it's better to lead than to sell, right? Because if you're selling, it's only one person selling. If you're leading, you can lead 5 people to sell. You get what I'm saying? And you're helping people. Right? So they make sales, you make money off their sales. Then those same people will do the same thing that you did. They will go find other people that they can help that wants to learn this opportunity of selling. We have a product that literally works for the world, and they can sell that product. And anytime someone on your level 3 makes a sale, you get, anytime somebody on your level 3 makes a sale, you get $59 on their sales. So it just becomes passive income from that point, because your company and your downline will keep growing. You keep recruiting people. They're making sales and you're making passive income. So that's pretty much how our company is set up. It's just the opportunity to have people build a home base, build a business for themselves. We give them the product. You can be the distributor. You sell the product. You recruit people to sell the product. You're building a company. So that's pretty much it. So right now we run, so right now we launched in January. We got about 1,500 people, active people building their organization with us. So it's super dope. A lot of people quitting their jobs, a lot of people getting results with our product, of course, and then, so it's pretty much it. It's lit. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. And I'm super excited to just give people the opportunity to sell a product. Cause I know when I first started, the biggest thing that slowed me down was finding a product to sell. You know what I'm saying? Finding a product to sell. And it's a little bit different. It's like similar to affiliate marketing, but with affiliate marketing, it's just you doing the sales. It doesn't have that recruitment aspect of it. And that recruitment aspect is more valuable than selling. If you look at any company, like the example that I gave in our book, in our training manual, is look at Diddy. Diddy is not a rapper, a singer or whatever, but he makes more rappers than singers, because he recruited the best rappers and the best talent and cultivated that talent through them. And then they became top talent. He made the money all in the back while he was in the background. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why recruiting is so valuable. It's a great skill that people should definitely learn how to do. If you look at all the top CEOs in the companies, I'm watching, who was I watching? Patrick Bet-David. Patrick Bet-David said, the past 6 years in my business, all I do is recruit the best executives, recruit the best talent. You get what I'm saying? And I got always a quote that I like to use a lot is that, like, you're not in the military. Nobody here promotes you but yourself. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to walk up to someone like, hey man, can I get a promotion? No, you decide. If you decide that you're a leader, you're a leader. You know what I'm saying? The only thing limiting you is yourself. So if you believe that you can be a leader and you can recruit and cultivate and build people, right? Because the law of success states, The more value that you provide to someone, the more money that you make. And the biggest value that you can provide to someone is putting money directly in their pocket. Not information, none of that. Putting the money directly into their pocket, cutting them a paycheck. Right. So that's our business model. It's network marketing. It's right now, since COVID, it's been booming in trend. And then the greatest thing about our company, like a lot of people have negative, it's not like when people think network marketing and MLM, they think pyramid schemes and stuff like that. It's not this. You don't make money when you recruit someone. You only make money if you add someone to your team and that person makes a sell. You eat what you kill. If someone on your company and your organization makes a sell, you make money. That's it.
There's such a big misconception of what a pyramid scheme actually is, and it has nothing to do with anywhere near what MLM or network marketing is.
Yeah, it's a
scam. It's literally a scam. Like, you get someone to put in, and then they give you the money, and there's no product delivered. Is basically what it is.
Exactly. So that's not, like, I just put that out there because I had a lot of people say that. But network marketing is a booming industry. You guys, you look at Amway. This is a network marketing industry built in 1959. They were 8.
I've heard of Amway. Is that like Worldwide Dream Builders also?
Worldwide Dream Builders does sound like a network marketing company. If I have it, I think it is one.
They have Amway. They're the one. They're like the academy for Amway.
Oh yeah, word. So that must be their training portal. So yeah, you guys. So network. Last year, if I can show you the stats here. Last year, let me see network marketing. Like network marketing, right? I'm looking at the stats. Last year, $44 billion was paid out in commissions to people in the network marketing industry. So right now it's about a $323 billion industry because it's just a sales model that works, So that's the model that we're building our company off of. And it's been going pretty well for us. If I just had to throw some numbers out, we did $3 million in sales within the first 4 months of the year. So we're going, so it's going pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Yep. So I run this business with my business partner. Once again, always partnering up with the right people. And just giving people opportunity. That's how it works. Is there any question I can answer for you guys based off my story, anything like that?
Yeah, guys, don't be afraid. Ask this guy anything you want to know. He wants to share, so go ask.
Yeah, I have a question. Mm-hmm. When I might have missed the first few minutes of this, but when did you realize that you needed one instead of multiple sources of income?
Yeah, I said, when did I realize I needed one more than multiple sources of income? It was simple. I had a friend, right? We was working a job together, and he was selling do-rags. You guys know what do-rags are? Yes. He was selling do-rags.
Yes, sir. I know.
He was selling do-rags on Amazon, right? And he was running it up. He made like $100,000 in a month. And he showed me, like, we was at work. He's like, bro, look, I made 100 racks. I was like, damn, whatever. And then, like, I remember, like, it was like New Year's. We was throwing a New Year's party, and we were sitting down. And then he was like, oh, what you doing this year? I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, and that. He was like, bro, you need to really fuck all that shit. You just need to do one. You get what I'm saying? You don't need all of those businesses. You just need one. I run up this much money just with my do-rags alone. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, he makes more money than me.
Yeah.
I listen to him, and he was doing do-rags, making more money than anything I was doing, even closely got to, So then that's when I decided that focus is the key,
Yeah, that's what's up. That's really cool. Thank you.
Cool. It was like, also, that's hard advice. That advice right there is hard advice, because what you're going to go through, let me tell you the emotions I went through at the time. You have a hard time letting go. You get what I'm saying? You have a hard time letting go of the businesses that you're currently building. Mm-hmm. You have a hard time like, oh my gosh, I can't, this business here, this business, this, I can't do it. I can't let it go. You're going to think about what's going to come in your mind is a lot of like a lot of devil thoughts. Like, oh my God, I'm losing money when I let this go. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we don't want to let go of it because we built an attachment to it.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you're building more like personal attachment, like thinking about what like time and effort you've put into it.
Right. Personal attachment. And then once again, like I said, humans love complexity. We yearn for the complexity. So building one business is simple. As soon as you add 2, 3, 4 businesses and you're going through all these thought processes and you're doing all this thinking, you get what I'm saying? You can't make clear decisions for one business because you got too much shit in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when building these businesses, the money is in the details. You got to look at the details clearly because one detailed decision could be the reason why you make money or you don't make money. One optimization in your funnel is the reason why your funnel works or it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? One optimization in your sales script might be the reason why you close or you don't close.
Yeah.
Right? The only way that you're going to find those optimizations is your focus. Right? You're not going to be focused if you're doing a lot of things.
Makes sense.
So, but initially when you're trying to let them go, like you're losing, but it's those paradox, less is more. Less businesses make from these businesses,
Yeah.
Cool. Marco?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you said, you started off with like 5 businesses, right? How did you find your do-rag? How did you find the right one that was right for you? Like you said you had 5. How did you narrow it down?
That's what's up. To be honest, that's going to take time. Really what you got to do is let go of all of them. You know what I'm saying? And reevaluate. So what I did was I let go of all of them, recentered my desire. What is it that I actually desire? What kind of life do I want to live? Who do I want to listen to? Who do I want to look up to? Do I want to look up to internet marketer right here making this much money? Or do I want to look up to Amway CEO? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I basically, this is my now example, but back then I was looking at one, like I was doing a clothing line. I was like, honestly, I hate being on the scene. I hate taking pictures, all that stuff, right? Then who do I like? Who do I listen to? So you just basically got to let go of things so that you can pick the right thing. You can't pick the right thing if you're too clogged up with too much bullshit. So you got to remove it. You know what I'm saying? You got to detox your system, right? So that you can have clarity to be able to make the right decision based off what your actual desires are. You know what I'm saying? So I would let go of all of them for like at least a week so that you can sit there and you can take a step back, like Meek Mill said, take a look at yourself, and make a decision at what it is that you're interested in doing.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
okay. Thank you.
And then most importantly, your emotions and your humans, our emotions and our feelings is our GPS system in life. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. As you think about all these different businesses, all these different options that you have, which one makes you feel better? Go with that one.
Trust your gut.
Yep, exactly.
I have a question for you.
Cool.
You were talking about like when you were working, driving the cars, and you would see the condo across the street, and you had the RS5 and all that stuff. You seem to be pretty big on like the law of attraction and what you put out, you get back, and your emotions and your feeling. So, do you feel like when you're trying to desire something or you're trying to attract something, do you personally feel like if you can sit there, feel the emotion of what it's like to have it, and visualize that thing and the feeling, it helps you attract it more and faster or better?
Yeah, that's how it works. Absolutely. Sit there, close your eyes and pick something and get excited because it's coming.
Do you believe in visualizing and attracting with like meditation and stuff like that?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
I use the Calm app. I used to use it a lot. I got over like 48, what is it, like 4,800 hours in just meditation hours on the Calm app.
I love that app.
But you
if
don't.
I could ask a question.
You don't necessarily have to sit down and close your eyes.
How do you pronounce how do you pronounce your name? Is it El Hadji?
Yeah, but people call me Hadji.
Okay, Hadji. Okay, yeah. First, it's funny because I assumed, I thought you were gonna be an Indian guy because the name and stuff. But my question, I have two real quick. One, let's say, do you feel being that you came from another country, right?
Yeah.
That you had a different that in itself led a different spark? Because I've noticed, like, I'm not generalizing Americans, I'm American, but I'm saying overall, I feel that we get so comfortable being here. Like,
Yeah.
we get really comfortable. We don't really know what hardship is. I mean, even like you could take the worst condition of someone in America and then, if you put them in Haiti or somewhere else that is nothing, like we are very blessed. So do you think it's a mindset thing? Like, a lot of times foreigners come here and it's like they realize, like you said, you've seen your parents struggle. I mean, I've heard many stories. I'm in Miami. So there's a lot of Cubans who I met that were doctors. They were architects. They were this and that. And then when they came here, they had to start like all over. So it's like, do you feel that was one of is that like that's a beneficial drive, right? Where you come from something else and you have a different perspective. Where you're like, man, this is a land of opportunity. You see it different than we do because we're here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. And yeah, I agree with you 100%. Specifically in my story that I didn't mention, like 2014, before I dropped out of school, my aunt bought me a plane ticket to go back home. And at the time, I hadn't went back to Africa, period, for like since the time I moved. So it was like 15, 16 years. I had lost my culture. I had lost like where I came from. All I knew was America at that point. So when I went back home and I seen what was going on over there, I was like, damn, I really feel chosen, because out of all the people that could have left this country, and the country is really poor, you guys, like poor. Right. And I'm like, damn, and I had cousins and all these people that, they were looking up to me like, damn, bro, you in America. You know what I'm saying? Where like their only objective is to get to America. So I felt really, really chosen and felt a responsibility to do something. I had the opportunity that out of the millions of the people in the country, I was like 0.05% of the people that could actually make it out the country. You go.
Yeah.
So when I went back home, I was just like, damn, I got to do something. And when I came back, that's when I really got my shit.
A fire.
Yeah. That's
Real quick, like one more real quick. Just I know for myself, one of my I believe when I say it again.
Most of you guys should take a trip to a third world country if you can afford it. Do it.
Yeah, that'll definitely changes your perspective. One of my struggles is procrastination in a sense, not like overall, but there's one thing. A lot of people, I've been reading a lot of books. My mindset has been changed the last few years, where I'm like, I just believe I don't deserve stuff, like, or these are cards I'm dealt with, all that type of crap. But now it's like, no, I could get that. I could work for it, and I set my mind, I'm gonna do it. But one thing I still lack, and I went and bought a notepad today so I could force myself to do it. How important is it to actually write stuff down? Because everyone I've listened to, they say you gotta write stuff down, like steps, goals, and then not only just like your overall picture, but daily goals. So how important does that help solidify your dreams, your goals, your objectives that you want to meet?
Yeah, that's a good question. I keep like 5, 6, 7 notebooks, my original composition notebook. I keep them everywhere. And basically just write your story. Like Nas said, it was written. So write your story. Like what's your next month gonna look like? What's your next chapter gonna look like? How lit you gonna be this year? I write a whole narrative. I write a whole novel on what my year is gonna look like. You get what I'm saying? And my year's starting to look like that already. So I just write my story. So that's the biggest thing. Like I said, just write your book. You know what I'm saying? So like anytime like negative things happen to me, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good chapter in my book when somebody's reading it. You get what I'm saying? Because for a true believer, nothing negative can happen to you. Everything happens in your favor. You know what I'm saying? So like for people, Like going back to belief. Number one, you gotta just believe and have that desire. If something bad happens to you, all the bad things that happened to me in my life have been really good. Like simple one, my ad account getting shut down a couple of years ago. I learned how to do solo ads. I learned how to do offline advertising. You get what I'm saying? It's been the littlest thing that ever happened to me because when people are zigging, I'm zagging. You get what I'm saying? Everybody running Facebook ads. I just bought a mailing list. We're sending flyers to people's homes, telling them about our courses. You get what I'm saying? Why not?
Yep. Thank you.
For sure.
Hadji, I've got a question for you, man. Many years ago, I'd say probably just over 10 years ago, I remember hearing from a multi-millionaire businessman. I can't remember the name of the guy.
So what?
He basically was stating that if you were to focus whole and solely on one skill set, master that one skill set, turn it into a business, get someone to run it for you before you head on to the next venture. Would you agree with that idea?
Yeah, I agree. I'm telling you, when one is lit, you don't need more.
Yeah.
When one is lit.
Because I mean, me personally, ever since I've been here with the Closer Academy, and obviously this amazing group of family of people, closing sales was something I never knew anything about. I was always passionate about personal development and real estate. I mean, I've been passionate about real estate for over 20 years, but I've always wanted to find one thing first to obviously build the capital to be able to go and build a quite substantial real estate portfolio.
Right.
But you hear a lot of people talk about multiple sources of income. I'm glad that I'm on this call today and hearing you for yourself turn around and say, instead of doing multiple things, focus on one thing.
Yeah, multiple sources of income is a myth busted.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, Hadji, I got to jump off here, but Brandon's going to keep it going. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to reach out to you. Let's link up on the back end, but I just want to say that I appreciate you.
All right, for sure.
All right, guys, enjoy your Q&A with this guy. This guy's awesome. He knows what he's talking about. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
See you, Alex.
Bye.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, this is kind of similar to the last question that was asked, but essentially it's about the multiple sources of income thing. And I agree completely with what you said about the not running multiple jobs, focus on the one thing. But say, for example, here I'm mining cryptocurrency with these computers, and it's literally just a system that I set up and then I forget it, and it's just passive income running into my bank account. It's like a set it and forget it kind of thing. What are your thoughts on setting up passive incomes like that, where you just set it and you forget it?
I mean, you're just diluting yourself, because to be really, really good at crypto, or to be, I don't know nothing about crypto. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about it, because that's how focused I am. You get what I'm saying? I haven't even looked at, I don't even know. I've been seeing Dogecoin or whatever. I don't even know what that is. You get what I'm saying? I don't get it personally. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got blinders, that this is what I want to do. When that's done all the way and I'm happy and satisfied with it, then I'll look at what crypto is. The thing about it is that you just can't have FOMO. You know what I'm saying? The grass is always greener where you water it, right? And then you got to understand that grass is always greener where you water it. And all of us, say, for example, have 24 hours of water a day. You get what I'm saying? At any given point, your crypto portfolio could be doing better if you have more water to water it. You get what I'm saying? And then your closing thing could be doing good, but you're dividing the attention. You're dividing, you only got a minimum amount of energy, right? It can work. I'm not going to say that, hey, in life, there's no set in stone, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Democrats are not right, and Republicans are not right. Everybody got their own opinions, and everybody's entitled to it. You get what I'm saying? There's no set in stone way to do anything. The right works, the left is good too, whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, it's about definitely having a balance. You can't just be like, I'm not doing nothing, yada, 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 right? But the thing about it, bro, if you just want to build something significant, right? Because now we're talking in different levels of what it is that you're trying to build. Okay, you're trying to get some money. Okay, cool. You can hustle, right? But you're trying to build something like, damn, that's a portfolio. Or you're trying to build something like, if you're trying to build something like, me, I'm trying to build a big, really, really big company, right? I don't want other things. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. If it's around when I'm ready for it, cool. If it's not, cool. You know what I'm saying? You made money, cool. You know what I'm saying? There's too much money in this world. You could just focus on one thing. Because like, for example, if like crypto was your thing, you know what I'm saying? And you wanted to build a big crypto portfolio, you could have built a whole hedge fund around crypto. But you can only do that once you have the level of focus and desire around crypto to be able to develop these different ideas, to be able to develop different business models, to be able to maximize what you're getting out of crypto. There's levels to this shit. You get what I'm saying? So just understand, what level do you want to play at, right? Do you want to play at the level where, okay, cool, I'm getting some passive income off crypto, cool, you invested, cool, the money's working for you, cool, right? Or is it going to be closing, right? So for me, my investment in business, 100%, right? So I'm taking everything that I got, putting it back into my business, this current source, and making this one as big as I can. So it just depends on you, bro. Like, what level do you want to play at, right? If you love crypto, just know that you can go greater levels, right? You decided to stop at the passive level. I'm more of an obsessive type, where I want to do this and I want to be the biggest and the best at it.
Okay. Like, yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense what you're saying there, because initially what I was going to do is because to really, with cryptocurrency, the more money you put into it, the more money you can get out of it, essentially, right? So having a decent amount of money to put in at the start really kicks off your profits if you're doing it right.
I get what you're saying. That's definitely different from building two active businesses. That's more so of a business where the money is working for you. But just the research, as well as time taken away from what you could have put into your other business, or the other opportunity.
Yeah.
So you always
like,
you're on mute.
My initial plan was to do the sales, but still be studying on the crypto thing. But now I'm thinking I should just focus purely on the sales and then mess with crypto later.
That's a good idea. I would recommend that. Nothing is.
What book did you say? What books did you say that you were reading?
My favorite book, I think everyone needs to read, is Psycho-Cybernetics.
How you
Love
spell
that book.
You said what?
How you spell that?
Sure.
It's
ESYCO.
Yeah, like Psycho Cybernetics.
URBERNETICS. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sure thing. Cool.
Also dropped it in the chat for you right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions, you guys? If any one of you guys are interested in learning about our network marketing company and selling with us, as you guys are already closers, if you don't have someone that you're working with and you're looking for a product to sell, our Accelerator Bundle is a great product for you. You're going to be doing the same thing that you would be doing as if you were a closer as well. The sales leader that you have will give you leads that would jumpstart you to getting leads, but it's also, we recommend people to also get their own leads. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got someone to sell to. And then from there, you also have to, work on and learning how to become a leader and a recruiter. If that sounds like something that you're up for, definitely what you could do is just send me a DM. What's the name of this? Closer?
Yeah, Closer Academy.
Closer Academy. You can just send me a DM, Closer Academy, so I know you came from here. And then I'll send you some more info on it. But those are the main criteria that you're going to be closing like you're already doing. But the thing is that you're going to get leads, but you will be also responsible for getting your own leads. And you're going to be also responsible to becoming a leader and becoming a recruiter, right? So if you're trying to assume more responsibility, which requires more focus, definitely reach out to me, because like I said, becoming a leader and becoming a recruiter are valuable things to do in life, you know? Sure. My name is...
Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn by any chance?
Absolutely not. On Facebook. Hadji Sall. Hadji, last name. I'm gonna put my Facebook profile in the chat.
Okay, I don't know if you have access to the chat, but someone keeps posting a question in chat. They can't speak because they're in class.
What's the best way to tune out chatter from your family, especially when you live with them and you're still not 18? Is what Hamad's asking.
That's a good question. What did I used to do? I used to, like I said, I used to go to the library a lot. I used to go to just my school library, you know, and I just used to move in silence, you know, be cordial, but just know I got a greater vision, and you got to just change your environment like you're doing now. Just listen and read as much as you can and just work. And nobody's going to distract you when you're working. Put yourself in a corner and work, you know? That's what I used to lock myself in the basement and work. Yes. It's really not that hard. And also don't make a big deal out of it. You know what I'm saying? Things are only as hard as you make it. And that's the truth. If you make things hard, it will be hard. If you make things simple, it will be simple. You got to just make a conscious decision to make it simple, not hard, right? If you make something a problem, it becomes a problem. You know, you just got to look at it differently. So that's the easiest way to change it. Cool. These people's chatter is a great fuel to my fire. Perspective change problems, you know?
Yeah. I just, surround myself with like-minded people, such as the people in this group in the academy, Mike and Alex. I just focus on the people that are in alignment with what I'm doing. And then, my family, a lot of my family that don't understand like making money online and doing, the whole internet thing and sales and all that, because they've always worked the like in-person labor jobs. So it's just kind of like, I answer their questions on like what I'm doing. And, a lot of them are like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? It sounds really risky. But, I just kind of tune that out and just focus on what the like-minded people around me are saying.
Factual. Absolutely factual. Lions don't listen to sheeps. And the number one advice, do not get advice from someone that does not have what you want.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have what you want, sorry, I don't take advice from you. As rude as possible.
Thanks.
Right. Do we have any more questions? Not, let's just thank him for his time and
end
it here. So yeah.
Hey, thanks. Thanks very much.
Yes, thanks for all your wisdom.
Cheers, man.
I'm gonna use every bit of it.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you guys got something out of it. I feel like I was just talking.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
No, it was great, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad I was able to make it.
Guys, what up? It's your boy Mike Barron. Thank you for checking out the YouTube channel. Truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you forget, I'm going to come through this computer right now and I'm going to close you my damn self. Let's go. I'll see you at the top, y'all.